Well, DC, like Frank Sinatra, this man has done it his way. The former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion, George Rush St-Pierre. A lot of people believe pound for pound, DC, GSP is the best they've ever seen.
Yes, because he was able to mix everything together so well. When he was fighting a wrestler, he was able to keep the fight standing. When he was fighting a striking specialist, he was able to take him to the ground. His jiu-jitsu and just his full-on MMA game was something that we had never seen in the UFC before. Won the UFC championship at middleweight after being away for 4 years. Just showed how special George St-Pierre truly is.
In terms of MMA application of wrestling, no one has done it better than George Rush St-Pierre. GSP George St-Pierre steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Well, he still owns the record for the longest title reign in UFC history, nearly 2,500 days. Anderson the Spider Silva, and I guess, DC, with no mandatory retirement age, this guy might go forever.
Anderson Silva is one of the greatest fighters of all time. One of the guys that when you think of mixed martial arts and you think of the UFC, you immediately think of the Spider. You think of the highlight reel, winning the belt from Rich Franklin, the up kick on Vitor Belfort, the knee against Stephan Bonner, the bobbing and weaving against Forrest Griffin. He has a highlight reel a mile long, one of the most fantastic martial artists the sport has ever seen.
And still proving to be competitive in his mid-40s. That is the goal again tonight for one of the best to ever do it, Anderson the Spider Silva. Anderson the Spider Silva. And we are ready to go for this highly anticipated co-main event. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, George Rush St-Pierre. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so here we go with round 1. Yes, they have locked the door behind Anderson Silva and George St-Pierre. For a time, it appeared we wouldn't see this fight. Now Silva, several years from his prime, will try to solve the great GSP.
It's going to be a tough fight for Anderson. He has to make sure that George St-Pierre cannot take him down. But Anderson is a master of space management. Anderson has unbelievable eyes. His ability to see things as they come towards him will carry him in this fight with GSP if he wants to get his hand raised tonight.
Unable to land with that punch. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Made good use of his size there as he lands the flush knee.
Nice block.
Fast pace here in the early going. Try to establish that jab. Oh, nice combination there. He is just killing the volume.
Jab, right hand, body shot, kicks. What a masterful show of different techniques and ability to throw in combination. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Straight to the body there by Silva, lands flush.
Nice work, guys.
Nice punch win.
Oh, beautiful. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Anderson Silva. And he connects with the punch there.
He's back in the clinch. Let's see what he does now.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. Right on the button. Oh, he blocked that one.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
That guillotine is tough. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and the submission defense wins this transition.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Wow, all things considered, pretty good shot from bottom position. Silva getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Oh, right into mount.
Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
All right, so first time competing as a UFC Hall of Famer for Anderson Silva, and the long-range weapons have been there all night.
He looks tremendous on his feet. You know, this guy is one of, if not, the most accurate striker in UFC history. The way that he can use his eyes to set up his attacks is second to none. I have seen him do this time and time again, and tonight he is finding the target every time he throws.
St-Pierre's in half guard. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Now trying to isolate an arm.
Yeah, he's trying to go to a Kimura lock. Right here, he'll eat the trick.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
What a start.
Aí, senta aí, respira pra mim. Respira pelo nariz. Aí, muito bom. Take a seat for me, bud. Deep breath. That's right. Toma água aqui.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the highlights he has had. His kicking game going early and often tonight.
I mean, on point, right? He knew that this was going to be a way for him to take control of this fight. He's used those kicks to really put him out ahead, and I'm not sure if his opponent has the ability to adjust and stop him from landing these over and over.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. They got checked. Oh, beautiful land there by Anderson Silva. Age is just a number. Remarkably, the former UFC middleweight champion still getting it done here against the best 185 players in the world. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
St-Pierre gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there. Oh, there's a takedown attempt. And just misses with that big right hand.
What a great job getting that kick to the target.
Spinning back fist is there.
Oh, great level change there. Great job landing from the top position.
Start working the side control. Side control.
Nice.
Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you get up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Oh, pinpoint accuracy on the hook right there, DC.
That is a tremendous strike. Like Alex Pajeda, you develop a great hook, you can end nights of your opponent.
Well, Silva's able to switch his stance here. We'll see how the defense responds. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Nice jab by George St-Pierre.
He's hurt. Guillotine jump. That guillotine is very tight.
You gotta be kidding me, he's out. Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor. St-Pierre's trying for a submission here. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. You gotta be kidding me, how did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He was able to withstand the fire, and now he finds himself out and safe.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and punches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
One of the most devastating strikes in MMA, the leg kick, and it has been a combination of leg kicks out of this fighter tonight.
I mean, to throw leg kicks in more than one at a time, crazy. I've never seen it. I don't know where he gets the confidence to do this over and over again against such a dangerous opponent.
Man, this is crazy thus far. High volume, high pace, and a huge punch being landed there. All right, so he lands again just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw the advantage that we predicted was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now he's continuing to build on that. His kickboxing looks amazing tonight.
Oh, nice hand speed as the counter with the right is good. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Oh, guillotine, guillotine!
Oh, he's out!
That is tight.
St-Pierre's trying for a Kimura here. Oh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there, just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, that is the end of the round. Well, St-Pierre's bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. All right, so the cut man attends to the fighter who has essentially been rendered a one-eyed fighter at this point in time. Some replays from the previous one.
No defensive intent, no defensive intensity. No attention to his defense, and this costing him. Now he's dealing with a massive cut over his eye, and that's gonna make it hard for him to see. He's gotta change something, man, he's got to.
Oh, nicely done to block the strike and counter with the jab.
Oh, nice jab.
Oh, nice jab up top by St-Pierre. Stuffed the takedown, no problem. And now some separation. Just unable to quite find that range. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are gonna count. That punch no good. Slip that one. Man, this is fun to watch if you like striking as these fighters go back and forth. GSP gets the double leg takedown. How good was that?
He did a great job securing that ankle grip, but he did not react fast enough to secure. Whoa!
Oh, and he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's gonna try to control him, then find a submission.
Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on. Beautiful strikes landed.
Strike back.
Oh, another on the cut. Critical situation now. He's a bloody mess. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. Oh, now he's gonna find himself in a little more danger.
Well, St-Pierre's got the back, going for the rear naked choke.
Oh, he's got him in a choke here.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by George St-Pierre. All right, so when is too much too much? I mean, I'm not sure I need to see this fighter absorb any further damage here.
It's okay if his corner or the ringside position calls a stop to this thing. He has been battered, he has been beaten, and the result is not going to change.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by George St-Pierre. These ground strikes really start to add up. There's another one. Less than 2 minutes to go in round 3. All right, the referee has stepped in here as expected. He is going to call in the doctor to look at what is a pretty significant cut that he's dealing with.
It's a mess. It's completely a mess, and I'd be very surprised if this fight continues.
And the doctor doesn't, he doesn't care about the fans, doesn't care about your feelings at home. That will do it. That cut calls an end to things, and ultimately it'll go into the books as a TKO doctor stoppage. Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, George St-Pierre.
Well, that fleur-de-lis is not for the state of Louisiana. It's not for LSU. The Canadian George St-Pierre with a big effort tonight and really proving that at whatever stage of his career, he can still dominate against elite competition.
He's always viable. Regardless of where he's fighting, when he's fighting, or who he's fighting, George St-Pierre will be an elite competitor in an elite challenge to any fighter he steps in the octagon with.